Hello, PH402. We're Group 3, and our project is focused on increasing physical activity among San Diego State University, or SDSU's, faculty and staff. Our group members include Alana Castillo, Gabriela Hernandez, Mimi Nguyen, Taylor Iglesia, Alexandra Prado, John Mark Manalili, and Nicola Francisco.
For our target behavior, we chose to focus on increasing physical activity in the workplace at SDSU. We found that the health of faculty and staff influences the learning environment for students at SDSU. We also found that improving the health and wellness of faculty and staff increases the overall well-being of the SDSU population. Additionally, when a faculty and or staff member is healthier, they have a stronger work ethic. For our impact goal, we want to increase physical activity among 25% of SDSU faculty and staff from the beginning of the school year to the end of the school year. Our evaluation measure will be a survey given at the end of every month, asking participants about how many steps they have taken and if they are consistent with their steps. For our outcome goal, we want to increase physical activity at SDSU among faculty and staff by 10% by the year 2020. Our evaluation measure will be a health assessment given at the end of the fall and spring semesters, asking participants about their physical activity at the workplace and how it has changed.
The research we conducted includes a survey from the University of South Carolina that asked students, do you think the health of university faculty and staff impacts student learning and success? 84.1% of students said yes, and 15.9% indicated no or don't know. A 2015 study consisting of 84 university campus employees concluded that college campus workers have a high prevalence of sedentary risk factors. These risks can be reduced by an exercise-based intervention administered within the campus workplace.
In this slide, we identify intended target audiences, with the primary audience being faculty and staff at SDSU, and the secondary audience being family members of the SDSU faculty and staff.
Our primary audience persona is going to be Jilly Jones. Jilly Jones is 42 years old and is a professor of philosophy. She is married with 2 children and spends most of her days sedentary, but wants to model an active life for her kids. She's an ice cream lover and a Netflix binger, and her favorite show is Altered Carbon.
Our secondary audience persona is a 23-year-old male named Danny Phantom. He is the son of a chemistry professor at SDSU. He likes to live an active nightlife and enjoys hanging out with his homies. He also maintains his own active lifestyle through weight training and soccer, which is a good balance of muscle work and cardio. Unfortunately, Danny has an unsteady relationship with his father, but still wants to make sure he is healthy. So we are hoping that Aztec family members like Danny can use our program as a way to promote healthy behavior and physical activity to the SDSU faculty and staff.
As for our McGuire inputs, our sources are LiveWell Aztecs and the Student Affairs Dean of each college. One message we will use has the slogan, break up your workday, do 30 minutes of physical activity each day. We will be using the light appeal and framing our message to emphasize the health benefits of performing 30 minutes of physical activity each day. Some benefits of engaging in physical activity includes improvement of your mental health, strengthening of bones and muscles, and reducing your risk for type 2 diabetes. Our message will also use the central route of persuasion, where our receiver is an active participant.
Remind your working loved one not to neglect their physical health. This type of appeal is heat. It's an emotional appeal, which has expressive aspects. For example, sadness, joy, anxiety, fear, or anger. The type of framing is loss framed. You suffer losses not only to your own health. Your family's health also suffers from a lack of exercise. This message takes the peripheral route. The message is based on other cues besides the strength of the argument. The receiver is passive and lacks motivation to think deeply.
The campaign objective of our first message is to activate. This message mentions facts about the benefits of physical activity and informs the audience about positive aspects of this behavior. The campaign objective of our second message is to advise. This message motivates the audience to prevent the loss of their working family members' physical health.
The first channel we would use is Facebook because our target audience is an older demographic that tends to use Facebook. We would create a group and Facebook page that they would get added to. The second channel we would use is mail, so sending mail directly to their home addresses to reach both our primary audience of faculty and staff at SDSU and secondary audience being their family. We would mail a form and/or pamphlet that promotes physical activity. The first development of peace we created is a Facebook group called Working Aztecs Get Active. This is a closed group where faculty and staff members would have to request to be added to in order to maintain the privacy of the conversations that they would have with each other, such as giving each other advice or just shouting each other out. This would be focused for our primary audience of faculty and staff members at SDSU to utilize. Our second development of peace are flyers. These are print items that would be posted in faculty and staff break rooms throughout campus, as well as having digital versions emailed out and posted on Facebook, just to get the word out and encourage those faculty and staff members to download our app. Again, this is focused on our primary audience. And lastly, our development of peace for our secondary audience of family members would be pamphlets. So we would print these items and have them mailed out to the households of the faculty and staff that could allow the family members to read these pamphlets and encourage their mom or dad, whoever may be working at SDSU, to download the app and encourage them to add physical activity in their workplace.
The social cognitive theory is the theory of social learning. It is relevant to health communication because the theory deals with cognitive, emotional aspects and aspects of behavior for understanding behavioral change. Evaluating behavior change depends on three factors, which are the environment, the person, and the behavior. The environment refers to the factors that can affect a person's behavior. Social environments include family members, friends, and colleagues. Having a support group on Facebook will allow individuals to support their colleagues. They will learn from each other through observational learning. Family members and friends will influence the SDSU staff and faculty member to get active in their workplace.
One way we will be evaluating if our program is successful is by using surveys. Surveys will be given out to students in the middle of the semester and at the end to track if there's a change in faculty performance. Supervisors will evaluate their staff via a survey to also see if there's a positive change in their work ethic.